Lesson number 5 is how to ethically turn a no into a yes. Richard Branson said, "Time is the new money." And I think time is the new trust. And if we want to turn a no into a yes, here's an example of how to do it, and then I'll share how you can do it. A client came to me and he said, "Sam, I've got good news and I've got bad news." I said, "What's the good news?" He said, "I have an opportunity to pitch my app to the CTO of the London Olympics." And I said, "That's fantastic news." I said, "What's the bad news?" He said, "It's only 212 days from the Olympics, and I am anticipating he's probably going to say no, that he doesn't have enough time to make it happen." I said, when we know why we'll get a no, we have the answers to the test. So here's what he did, and here's what you can do next time you anticipate someone will say no. I said, "All right, Mike, how much time do you have?" He said, "An hour." I said, "Mike, you don't have an hour. You already said he's only got 212 days before the London Olympics. He's got so much on the plate. So what is he thinking? That I don't have time for this." So guess what the first words are out of your mouth. Voice what they're thinking, because if you don't, they won't be listening. They'll be waiting for you to stop talking so they can tell you why this won't work. So the first words out of your mouth are, I can only imagine you're thinking, we're 212 days out from the London Olympics. We don't have time for this. Now bridge with the word and. And remember, as we said earlier, if you said, "I know you're busy, but," or "I realize that we only have a short time frame, but," do you see how that sets up an argument? Use the word and ask for and take less time than they anticipate. If that CTO is thinking this is going to take an hour, he's probably already got his mental arms crossed. He may even be resenting you from taking you away from other priorities. Instead, say, "I can only imagine you're thinking I don't have time for this, and that's why I have distilled my pitch into 10 minutes. At the end of this 10 minutes, if you would like to continue the conversation, if you would like more details, I welcome it. If you have higher priorities, you'll have our information and you're welcome to get back at your convenience." You have just earned their trust because you're a good use of their time. Do you know how anxiety is defined? 2 words, not knowing. If we ask people something and we do not anticipate what they say no, and if we do not address it and then ask for and take less time than they anticipate, they will be resenting us. They will not be motivated to say yes. So let's put the ball in your court. Think of a situation. You're going to be going to your boss. You're going to be going to the CEO. You're going to be going to a client, and you're anticipating they're thinking, "We can't afford this. This isn't in our budget." What are the first words out of your mouth? You may be thinking, not "I know you're thinking, that's presumptuous." You may be thinking, "We don't have money for this. It's not in our budget." You're right. And I've identified where we're going to find that money and save that amount of money in the first 3 months. Put yourself in the shoes of your decision makers if they're thinking, "We tried that before and it didn't work." What are the first words out of your mouth? You may be thinking, "We tried this before and it didn't work." You're right. And I've identified where we went wrong last time and how we can get it right this time. If you're anticipating a no, figure out why they'll say no. Say it first, because if you don't, they're not listening. They're waiting for you to stop talking. And then ask for and take less time than they anticipated. Chances are now they're going to trust that you're a good use of their time, and they're a lot more likely to turn that no into a yes. Stay tuned for our next lesson when we're going to learn another way that we can handle a situation where if we use the wrong words, we're probably going to get an upset customer. If we use the right words, chances are we'll have an agreeable customer.